Hey YouTube, liking her for back again with another video. As you can see, we're outside. That's because it's really nice out, and I've got a very large blaster to show you. I showed you guys this in just my last video. Remember, it was the pumpkin bow, and it was almost finished. Now it's finished. As you can see, I still kept the original bow arms, which are still 2 feet long, each of them, but I did some modifications to the design. As you can see, it actually starts out with the bending bow right here, and it comes all the way back. Well, traditionally it'd be the other way, where the pump slide is right there, and it would start out here and gradually come back. I still got 7 inches, a little bit more than 7 inches of draw, and the total blaster length is a little bit over 28 inches, and I can still cut down some space right here, so it's smaller than my other one by like at least a foot, I think, almost. At least 10 inches, as I said. But there's some differences. First off, it has a foregrip. This is just a piece of PVC, but it's a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch T, and that allows me to wrap it around, but still keep the 1/2 inch grip. Now for the actual airflow, it uses a bushing. As you can see, the bushing has 4 set screws, because I want it to be really held in well, because I know bows can pack some power. I was actually test priming it and stuff. Let's see, it's very windy. Test priming it, and this whole bushing part shot out when it wasn't glued in yet. Anyways, the bushing has a piece of PVC that has CPVC in it that goes to the CPVC elbow, and supporting the elbow is a 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch bushing. It's been all sanded out, so it fits in there perfectly. That means this doesn't need to be glued in at all, and it's getting direct air, so no air is being lost there. Now this is a 3/4 inch T, and as you can see, I have both arms screwed in there, which keeps them held and sturdy, but it's not good for when you're going to a war or traveling, because you have to take the screws out. But otherwise it's a big 4-foot section. Anyways, that's direct airflow, and it doesn't come out the front, so you don't lose any air by going from PVC to CPVC to PVC like you could in the other one, and you had to fill a ton with hot glue. But this way allows me to, this is how the hopper looks. If you guys have seen Dom's well nut trigger system blaster, it almost looks like that where it's coming up, but this is very good. I'll show you some test shots, I guess. I'm gonna kind of shoot up in the fence there. I'm about 30 feet away. Anyways, this still has a 14-inch barrel, same as one of my Springer pump actions, but it's a bow, which means it's pretty easy to prime. As you can see, I've still kept the same trigger and handle and stuff, but it does use an epoxy putty ramp. That's just to cut down on size and stuff. And this old trigger still works well. It's a 2-finger trigger. I'll be bringing this to the war on Sunday, or Saturday actually, Saturday. The last one was on Sunday. Anyways, war Saturday, today's Wednesday, so just a few days away. Wilhelm, you or your friend might want to use this. Anyways, as far as I know, also this design is all my own, to use it in the back. The bow is obviously not my design, but I actually have you guys attached to my hat now. There. And we're gonna go shoot it now. I didn't mention the range, but the range is very far with this. It has all that inches of draw and still uses the same amount of barreling. But also, this is on just the main tension. I could tension it more, but this is the lowest the string allows actually. As you can see, I'm actually in my normal shooting spot now. That wasn't so good, but, and that dart broke in air, it looks like. And the clip fell out. But we're all out of darts anyways. It shoots upwards of 100 feet, and since I'm here, I'll just walk down there and show you guys. But it's a very good gun. It's almost like an AA bow, except it got extended, but you couldn't actually convert an AA bow because you'd have to put a coupler, and this is thin-walled and it won't fit over the coupler and all that stuff. Anyway, some of them are farther back there. But a lot of them are, here is where it's 95 feet right there. And I'm picking them up. This building is 105 feet, and when I was testing before, some were actually hitting the building. But as you see, here's one that passed the building. So it's almost up to 110 with a bow on lowest tension. Yeah, that's amazing. Anyways, here's one at 95, and as you see, it still has that great rate of fire, which is great. But I'll just give you guys one last look at it. Of course, you can't hide behind trees with this, but you can hide behind mobstacles. Kane was actually doing that at Spano. He was camped right behind the mobstacle. Here's the mobstacle. Just like this. Looking, shooting. That was during the capture the balls. Anyways, thanks for watching. Comment, rate, subscribe. Bye.